Broadcasting live from the cozy confines of the Sycamore Room at the Norman P. Murray Community Center, it's Breakfast with Gary and Kelly, featuring special guest, saxman Euge.
Yay! Thank you.
From Saddleback College, they're next.
Thank you.
Welcome to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly, everybody. I'm the Gary part. You probably need that.
And I'm the Kelly part. Thank you.
We're really glad you're having a good time today.
We're so glad that you can join us. Seriously.
We are really glad that you're here, and you're here on a great day. This that I'm holding in my hands, ladies and gentlemen, the House of Groove, just happens to be the #1 CD in the land right now.
Woo!
You can imagine that. This thing debuted at #1 on iTunes Radio. And as of Thursday, this past Thursday, iTunes, it was #1 on the Billboard radio charts.
Wow.
The dude is rocking.
And we have him here.
He is here. And he's going to blow the roof off this place. Let's just get to him. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Euge Groove.
Woo!
Yeah, man. Yeah!
Is this me? Welcome to the House of Groove. Y'all feeling funky? Oh, yeah, let's get to the funky bunch, y'all. up for the band. Guys are rocking hard today, aren't they? Take it home, take it home. I have a high internal combustion engine, you know.
Yeah, baby, I know you do. That's what comes out of the saxophone.
And I drive a Prius, so I think they kind of balance out. So.
Very nice.
The Prius joke.
Yeah.
That's always good.
You really drive a Prius?
It's not a joke. I really drive a Prius.
Your ecology.
Got 49 miles to the gallon coming down
and you're
here.
helping keep our planet green.
Dude, I am so glad you're here. Thanks for doing this today, man.
My pleasure.
This is so good to see you.
This is a great setup.
Congratulations on this.
I know.
How fun is that, huh? How fun is that? Have I held it up enough? Never enough.
Number one already?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, it's been the album came out 6 weeks. It's been either number one or number two on the sales charts the last 6 weeks, and the single has reached number one on all of the radio charts. So
wow,
you never know.
It's really true.
Every time I finish an album, it's so exciting. It's like you start out, 10 months previous to the album coming out, and looking at a blank computer screen. And you go, okay, I got to come up with 10 songs that you can put on a disc, put in a CD player, and hit play, and they all play. And it's like it's a really kind of nerve-wracking task. So you never really know when it's finished how people are going to receive it. So I'm blessed.
Do you know when it's finished?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, are you
pretty picky?
Do you tinker with it?
I'm really picky. Some guys can do an album in 2 or 3 months. I mean, it takes me 8 to 10 months to do it. So, very, very long hours. I try in the heart of the CD, like when I'm really going into the writing process. I try not to tour or do anything, and I lock myself in my studio, and my hygiene isn't the best that it should be. Which is one great way to keep people out.
That's right. Well,
hey, how you doing? Oh, I think I'll leave now.
Talk about the process. I mean, do you try and block out other music too, or do you know what I'm saying? I mean, is it a danger to listen to other stuff and let it seep in, or does that inspire you?
No, I definitely have. When you've been listening to music at crazy volumes and stuff for 10, 12 hours straight, sometimes the last thing you want to do is put on music. In fact, I'll come out for a dinner break or something, and the family will be listening to music, and I'm like, shut that stuff off! I can't take it. So, the ears get real sensitive, but I draw inspiration from anything and everything. It's weird. Sometimes you'll hear a song at a really low volume and go, oh, that's a cool groove. What song is that? And you turn it up, and it's like it's completely different than what you just heard at that low volume. So it's weird where inspiration comes from. I listen to a lot of gospel music. Message aside, I'm not going to preach to anybody, but message aside, the music is amazing, and it's my favorite music genre, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So.
How do you come up with some of the song names? That's what I'd like to know.
Sometimes that's difficult. This was easy. I mean, I knew really early on that this was going to be called the House of Groove. And the House of Groove, my home where I live in it's actually just in Ventura County, north of LA, and where we live is become the Groove House, and it's a really fun and exciting place, especially around the summertime. There's lots of people coming to hang out with my kids. We have a pool.
Heck yeah.
And always cooking something, as you can tell. And, there's always a party going on there. And, I love to make pizzas and that kind of stuff. So people are always coming over, and there's a lot of energy that goes on into the house.
Well, you've had several CDs out, but how did you get House of Groove for this one?
Yeah, well, this was kind of a new house for me, and I really got the studio situated for this album. And So that's when it really kind of took on that persona.
Tell us about some of the folks, the friends, musical friends that you pulled in to work on this thing. It's a pretty nice little list of bodies, huh?
Yeah, I've kind of had the same core rhythm section that I started on my fifth album. Yeah, the Born to Groove album.
Yeah.
And Cordy Mims on bass, Tracy Carter on piano. These are all church guys, all guys that play in church. Jubu Smith. Jubu's from another planet. We don't know where he plays. He plays guitar. He knows I love him, but he's. I'll tell you a quick story about him. He came to my studio to do guitars one day, and he's an amazing player. I mean, he tours with I think full time with Frankie Beverly and Mays right now.
Oh, is that right? Nice.
I mean, he's played with everybody. Look him up on Google. You won't believe the R&B albums he's played on. But he called me up and he goes, "Hey, this is for this album." He goes, "I'm here at your gate." I'm going, "That's cool. I don't have a gate, but all right." What gate are you at? And he goes, "Well, I'm at your gate. I'm ringing the buzzer and nobody's coming." I go, "Okay, I don't have a gate and I definitely don't have a buzzer on my gate."
Oh, man.
And he goes, "Yeah, you're here in Woodland Hills." I go, "No, I'm not in Woodland Hills." He goes, "Oh, dude, I'm at Brian Culbertson's house." I go, "I get it. All us white guys look alike. I get it. And so
that's great.
So these are some of the guys that were, and great, warm-hearted guys, and just amazing musicians.
That's funny. Paul Brown is out here. Lenny Castro, another guy.
Lenny Castro, he's a neighbor. He's "Hey, buddy, come on over. I'm cooking pizza. You want to play some drums?" So he comes over and. Jeffrey Osborne. I mean,
really?
We co-wrote another song this time. I ran into him at just about a year ago in Lake Tahoe at their holiday festival they have every year up there. And we had done a song several years earlier, and I think he was just being polite to me. He goes, "Hey, that was a great song. We should do another." And, probably just being nice, I went, "Okay.
Yeah,
I'm going to take you up on that." So I went right home and immediately, kind of charted out the song and got it to him. And we were working back and forth over the internet, and even though he doesn't live far from me either, but we were working back and forth over the internet as you do these days, and came up with that song.
Another great name that jumps out at me here, Lee Thornburg. It was just what a good guy, man.
Yeah.
What a great player too, huh?
Yeah, Lee's great. We go all the way back to Tower of Power. He was the lead trumpet player in Tower of Power when I was with them back in 1988, somewhere in there, 88, 89.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Right, young. You were.
I was very young. Yeah, it's. I'm still young. What are you thinking?
That's what I meant. That's why I screamed, "Young! God, you're young! Holy moly! You can believe how young you are."
Well, when he was 12 with Tower.
Right.
Exactly.
But no, the weird thing, I was 25, 26 when I started with Tower of Power, and I'm only 31 now. So it's really weird that was 1988, and so
that sounds
I don't.
To me. My math is good.
That's right. Look for his new release, Time Machine, coming.
I don't know.
So shortly.
Yeah.
How fun! How fun! Talk about those Tower days, man. That's fun. That's how you got it is an interesting story too in the first place.
Yeah, the whole thing. I mean, my whole life is kind of it's really been blessed. I mean, I'm afraid to say it, even knock on wood or whatever. But not to say I haven't gone through ups and downs. I mean, trust me, there's been time I've gone to the coin jar to find money to put gas in the car. So don't think that I haven't gone through all that, but it's always been one door has led into a bigger room, and it's been amazing like that. I went to University of Miami. I graduated in '84 from down there, and I'd worked with some bands down in Miami, Expose being one of them, and they had a song that that I played sax on that went to #1 on the pop charts, and I went, "I've made it. I have to move to California," which is further from the truth. So I emptied the coin jar, filled up my gas. And went out to California, and my roommate that I was living with at the time, we wrote a song together that Richard Elliott put on his one of his early solo albums. And he was leaving the band to do full-time, pursue a solo career, and he suggested me for the band, and I went and auditioned with them at some stupid little club. And I got the gig, and I had 3 days to learn the charts, and I was like, "Oh my God!" So, I put everything I had into it, and I ended up being with them for about 4 years, and it was amazing education.
That's what I was just going to say, and that's got to be just a thrill to stand up there and play, and all of a sudden turn around and you're playing. What is it with those cats? I mean,
it was incredible, and again, coming to LA and suffering and stuff. I mean, I don't think I was in LA 6 months when I got that gig.
Really?
So it was really a tremendous break very early on, and just one thing led to another from there.
Go back a little bit further. When did you get the musical bug? I mean, were you born in it? Did your parents have musical background?
Yeah.
I mean, when did you actually...
My mother played piano. Okay. I hope she still plays piano. But she played piano and taught in the church, the cherub choir at the church. So when I was a little kid, I was singing with her, and she was playing piano. And they started me on piano lessons very early. And my very first recital came in first grade, I believe. It was the now famous song "Uncle Silly Willie," which was big hit. Big hit.
That's right.
I remember that one.
And I learned the musician thing back then. I brought a date to the concert.
Nice.
She was hot too. She had a little Band-Aid underneath, and she stuffed it up. It was really
there
cool.
you go.
So you picked up the saxophone when?
When I realized it would help me get chicks. No, I'm kidding. I picked up the saxophone.
I'll bet you're kidding.
Boys don't like girls back then. Come on. And fifth grade, I was about 10 years old, and the band was, you could pick an instrument in band. And my really altruistic, my best friend he picked up the sax, and he goes, "Why don't you play sax too? We'll get to hang out some more." And I went, "Oh, this is really cool." And I loved it. I had and amazing teachers in band. I had an amazing private lesson teacher. My parents were so supportive of it, and I think I knew by 6th grade that I wanted to be a professional musician.
6th grade.
Which, growing up in a little town in Maryland, I thought that was playing in the school band the rest of my life.
Yeah, right.
But I just submerged myself into it. I loved everything about it.
So you
loved
play the
practicing
piano too?
Yes,
Wow.
that's my first instance. And I do all my writing and programming and all of that stuff.
So
how fortunate to know, though. I mean, really, in your heart, by 6th grade, what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, I had a lot of great encouragement. It was kind of a natural thing for me. I took to it very naturally. Even when I didn't practice my lesson, I could still fool my teacher because I'd go in and I'd read it really good, and so.
Cramming.
So I kind of, I'm sorry.
Cramming.
Yeah, cramming, exactly. Sitting out there waiting to go, oh man, he's going to kick my butt if I don't learn this. And he would, if I didn't, he'd under the chair.
It's a great motivator.
But he was a great, amazing teacher, and and I was surrounded by that support, the whole way up, and still am. And my parents are really supportive. They're probably listening via the internet right now down in Florida. So
you want to say hi?
Hi, Mom and Dad.
You grew up in Maryland. How is it? Right, Maryland.
Yes, Maryland.
How did you end up at Miami?
My sax teacher, a matter of fact,
Really?
he researched. I was taking private lessons with him all through high school, and he researched what would be a really good music school, and it was an amazing music school. I mean, there were something like 65 saxophone majors there.
Wow.
Really?
And now I think they've scaled back, and it's maybe 12 or 15 sax majors. Everybody's there on scholarship, and it's an absolutely incredible music program. But when I was there in the 80s, the list of huge names that were there. I mean, Bruce Hornsby and the Range, all those guys were going there.
Oh my God!
I mean, it was just
no idea.
Jaco Pastorius. I mean, all these amazing guys were there, and they were really a future-thinking music school as well too. They had recording classes, so I actually learned how to record. They had synthesizer programming. What the heck was that?
Really?
Nobody knew what
In
that
the
was.
early 80s,
and we had these old ARP 2600 where you're taking a cable and patching it from here to here and all that kind of stuff. And so it was an amazing education. I learned a little about a lot of things that I still draw from.
How fun.
Wow.
So Hornsby was there when you were there?
Yeah.
He is a beast.
Yeah, it was.
To me, I mean, really.
He's incredible, one of my favorite guys. And through now another link, another door through another door, working with Tower of Power, we were Huey Lewis and the News. We were there at Horn Section,
right.
And Bruce Hornsby opened up a tour with him. So I got to see him play, and he was great. The first time I met him was before him going on, and he had like this muted gray T-shirt and gray jeans, and he goes, "I've got to get changed for the gig," and he took those off and put on muted gray T-shirt.
Exactly, the show shirt.
That was
nice.
him, yeah.
Well, it was probably cleaner.
There are some hilarious, great pictures of the Tower of Power days. Man,
Oh,
there was some serious hair stuff.
My mullet included.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's great. It's
Which
great.
one
I wish
were
I
you
could
in
put
the line?
They're
The one with the big hair. That was me.
Oh,
you?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is fun stuff. Euge Groove is our guest. We are thrilled to have him here, and we're going to take a quick break and come back, and he is going to do what he does best. Blow a little more sax for us. So please stick around here on Breakfast with Gary and Kelly with Euge Groove. Welcome back to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly, everybody. We are standing here with Euge Groove, holding the #1 CD in the land right now, baby. The House of Groove.
In the land.
We're #1. That's right. We should have had one of those big foam fingers, you know what?
One big finger.
I know, the big finger. We need to get the foam finger. Well, give everybody the finger and we'll later on another show. That's all right. What are we going to hear, man?
We're going to hear the title cut.
All right.
Oh, what? Really?
House of Groove.
House of
That
Groove.
would be the House of Groove.
Woo.
Welcome to the House of Groove, everybody.
Yeah.
Breakfast with Gary and Kelly.
Please put it on the 2 and 4. Telling you, we're gonna swing dance. Anybody swinging? Here we go. Put it right here, Mission Viejo. Y'all feel the groove? Oh man, you guys snap good. Sound just like you're in the studio. Do you feel it? Do y'all feel it? Well then break, 2, 3, to the bridge. now?
That's a house of groove right there for you.
Wow.
My goodness. My goodness.
Like Satchmo.
Hey, you can do worse. You can do worse than Satchmo, man. There's nothing wrong with that.
Wow.
There's nothing
Wow,
wrong
wow,
with that.
wow.
That's great stuff. That's great
That
stuff,
is
man. We
awesome.
got to hear another one, though. I mean, you know, we got to.
Yeah, this is another one from one off the album. Any believers out there?
Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You don't even know what I'm asking if you believe in.
I
Come
don't
on.
care.
I think we do.
I believe in you.
When we were cutting this next song, the guys came into the control room and they started this little dance. I'm like, what are you guys doing? They go, well, that's the way the choir would dance to this at Faithful Central, which is the church that took over the Forum in Inglewood. So I called this song Faithful Central.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. All right.
Euge groove.
Woo.
Do you believe? Any faithful out there? Raise your hands if you believe. Gonna take you to Smooth Jazz Church. I know it's Saturday, but we're gonna get the praise in early. Goes like this. Do you believe now? Oh, yeah, you do.
service.
Wow.
My goodness. That's great stuff.
It's hard blowing this thing. It's hard.
Yeah, man. That's Euge groove.
Wow.
Stick around. We're not done here. He's still here. Breakfast with Gary and Kelly. All right. Good stuff, man. Welcome back to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly. Huh? How about that? They love you, man.
Thank you.
They love you.
I hope it didn't scare you. And I was just down in Florida, and I had a full day on there. When a new album comes out, you go out and do a lot of promotional things. And I did Fox TV station at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then
my God.
I had a noon appearance at a radio station where they brought in a live audience. Then I had to play that night, of course, and then drive 4 hours to Jacksonville afterwards. But the noon airing, I mean, I started playing, and I had 30 minutes of playing, and I was drenched by the end of it. And these people were in this room just going, "Is he going to die up there?" You go, "No, I do this all the time." It's like, I also run, for exercise, and it's like it's the same kind of thing. I mean, physically blowing the air through the horn to me.
Sure.
It's just like
Well, it's a lot of
I'm
energy.
out there running. Yeah.
It's a lot of energy.
But these people you could tell them they were terrified looking at me.
Aww.
We were talking before about your daughter being here. She is adorable. You had 3 kids?
3 kids, 22, 21, and 15.
Oh, my goodness. Isn't that crazy?
Which is crazy because I'm only 23.
Exactly.
So I know. Again, the math doesn't add up.
Let me do the math on this because I'm not sure that's...
I just don't get it.
That's crazy. Has the musical gene hit any of them? All of them?
They all have a little bit of the musical gene,
Well, same
and
thing.
enough common sense to know to keep it
To run for
fun.
Well, what are the older two? What are they doing?
My oldest is actually he's an IT guy. He works in the IT department at Warner Brothers, their animation department.
Really?
Oh, well, that's creative.
Yeah, it is.
A 22-year-old with a gig. Yes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Thank you very much. And I mean, we know what that's like. Come out of school, where do you go? And he's really talented at it. And of course, I taught him everything that he knows. Of course, he was running my computer for all those years out here with me. So I mean,
Why not?
and my 21-year-old is still doing school. I think he's looking at broadcast journalism. So
Really?
That's where I started.
yeah,
And
really.
look at me now.
Yeah, I know. See.
A non-paid gig.
Hey, it's fun.
He loves sports. If you watch sports with him, he'll announce it, and then the announcer will say the same thing, and you go, "How do you do that?" I mean, so he's really good at that. My daughter, her only
the
gig is just
princess, huh?
she's
The only
just
girl?
she's just her gig is loving me. That's it. So
That's all she needs, right?
That's sweet.
How
How
sweet.
nice. How nice.
Sweet.
I'm embarrassing her. I can tell.
Well, I've been doing that all morning too, so I'm sorry. Does she? I would assume there aren't a lot of opportunities for her to come and hang with you at stuff like this.
Yeah, we try to do those father-daughter things whenever we get a chance to do something, and
goes fast, man.
it's fun. I did a stint with Tina Turner in 2008, 2009, and she got to play hooky from school for a week and come on the road with us. And,
man!
And it was like when Mom came out to. We were hanging at the pool, ordering room service at the Ritz-Carlton in Phoenix, right?
Nice.
And and it was I don't know, the late in November, this time of year, and it's beautiful outside, chilling out. And my wife came. It was like the fun police are here now. You've got to go back home.
So what did your notes say when you went back to school? I was hanging with Tina Turner?
She was busy. Get over it. I don't know.
Man, I would have so had Tina Turner write that note.
Yeah, I mean, she had some great times coming out and hanging with the the dancers and stuff and getting in trouble. And I mean, what a way to play hooky. Hanging on the rock and roll floor.
You have really been fortunate. I mean, you mentioned a couple of names that Hornsby and some other cats, but I mean, you really have played with some amazing people.
Guys,
Joe
I'm telling you,
Cocker
I go back and I think about it, and like I said, one thing just kind of led to another, and I've just been super lucky at that. And I look at it and I go, here's this guy with like completely marginal talent. I'm going to say, I'll throw it out there.
Stop.
And I mean, there's always so much stuff. I look at it and I go, there's guys so much more talented than me. I mean, honestly, but it's like the perseverance that it takes, and I've just been lucky. I mean, it's really one door's just opened into the next thing.
When did you decide to go off on your own and do your own thing?
That was, I failed at doing a solo album about 5 times. I learned how to not do a solo record. And
could you specifically say what you did wrong with any of those?
Yeah, I can say what I did wrong on every one of them.
Really?
And it was kind of in the 90s when I was doing this. And this is advice for anybody out there. Listen to this. This is great advice. There's no such thing as a demo anymore. You can't do a demo of a song or of what you want to be because the competition is so stiff. You have to take it all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to take it to the fullest extent. You have to produce it. Once I got that mentality and took a $60,000 loan out of my house to make my first album, and and that's what it took. And it was like my wife's going, "You're going to hate yourself if you don't go for it. So let's do it."
Wow.
And
bless her heart.
And fortunately,
supporting you.
Well, and fortunately, I was able to do it, and I did it full blast. I got booked some time with Paul Brown to mix the album for me. I had the album recorded. In the meantime, while I was waiting for him to mix, I put up my rough mixes on MP3.com, which is now defunct, but that was the beginning of the MP3 revolution. It went crazy on there.
Wow.
And that was the first time that I'd used the Euge Groove thing. I think, this will be kind of fun. Okay. And I put it up under Euge Groove as kind of a, just kind of joking around. And all of a sudden it takes off and it's like, oh crap, now what do I do?
So previously, all those other CDs, or those things that you were under your real name?
Yeah, my real name is Stephen Eugene Grove, and Euge came out of Eugene.
I was
going to say Richard Elliott, but
Richard.
So the story behind your name.
The story behind my name, and
how did that happen?
My mother-in-law shortened Eugene to Euge. Okay. And I've met others since then.
So what did she just start calling you Euge?
25 years ago, she started calling me Euge, and Groove was just a common mispronunciation of my last name, Grove.
So Euge, for her, did nobody call you Steven or
No.
Steve? She just came out and said, "Hey, Euge."
Yeah, they nickname everything in the South. You
really?
Know, Billy Joe Jim Bob, all this stuff. It's like, I'm not picking on the South, it's just the truth.
Yeah.
My daughter and I were talking about this last night. The remote for the TV is called a gooch. Where in the heck do you get gooch?
Really? I have never heard that.
I haven't either, but
because a lot of people mispronounce your name when we know that for a fact because
because most of those people are on our radio station.
And still to this day, I mean, Deborah Llewellyn, God bless her soul, God rest her soul, I should say, one of the best radio promotion people ever, and she passed away unfortunately of ALS a few years ago, and. But when I first got signed to Warner Brothers, she was promoting my music, and she kept calling me Huge with an H. And I go, Deborah, it's huge, like hey Euge, like hey Eugene, Huge. Like, she goes, I do. Now Huge, come on over here. I'm like, and this went on for like the entire time I knew her. And so people at radio, she's telling them it's Huge, and it's like nobody's gonna run them. Oh, what did I do?
I tell people to close their nose and say Huge.
Yeah. Well, and Warner Brothers are going, are you sure you want to do that? Because your real name, Steve Cole, is actually pretty cool. And I go, there you go.
Yeah, see?
People were getting Steve Cole confused with Steve Grove.
And
so
then
we
the
just
Grove
ran with
went
it.
to Groove.
Now I'm really confused.
I know.
So anyway, we stayed with Euge Groove, and I make it easier on people and just call me Eugene. Just come
There you
on.
go.
I like Euge. I can
I do
say it
too.
now.
No, I think it's great. I think you've done better than anybody in coming up, with playing, great names, the CDs and the songs. I mean, that's, some of the stuff that the song titles are just like, come on,
Well,
I mean, you have really, it's good stuff.
If you've learned nothing else here today, you can't take me too seriously. Nothing else. I have a light heart about everything. I really do. I get serious. We all have to get serious, but man, life is too short.
Yeah.
People, lighten up.
Yeah.
I think that we're talking about either maybe adding some cabinet posts or something, right, to the presidency. One of them should be the czar of happiness.
Yeah, baby. I'm for that.
Really. And any postal workers here?
Yeah.
That's where they got to start. And what an appropriate time of year. It gets so busy. Some of these people are just miserable. And you go, come on, man. You got a great gig. You got health. You're outside. You're walking in beautiful. It's like, the California cows are happy. California post people have got to be happy. Right?
Yeah.
Lighten up,
We have to
people.
thank
Just
everybody
let's
for-
all enjoy life. Quit fighting each other. There's so many things we need to be fighting, like breast cancer and things like that. Let's fight that. Not each other.
Exactly. Well said.
So
Wow.
that's my philosophy on life.
I love it. Give me a couple of capsules on some of these cats that you've worked with, though.
You want me to name drop a
Tina
little
Turner,
bit?
yeah, absolutely. But Tina Turner, my goodness gracious.
Tina Turner, she came at the end of my touring career. I do it in chronological order.
There you go.
Expose was the first big band that I play with, and they had a few number ones. I'm sure thanks to me.
Exactly.
And from there, I moved to California at Tower of Power. My first world tour, where I met my wife, was with Huey Lewis and the News.
Wow.
And where'd you meet her?
In Stockholm, Sweden. She's from Kentucky. She was a flight attendant. She had a layover there, and you know how musicians and flight attendants are.
Exactly.
And
you got to go to Kentucky to meet, or to Stockholm, Sweden to meet your Kentucky wife.
And we fell in love, and the first night that we were hanging out together, I said, I'm going to marry you within a year. And we were married within a year.
Wow.
Yeah, we were married a year
Nice.
later.
Wow.
So you just knew it. And it'll be almost 25 years, I think.
Oh, nice.
Good for you.
Good
for you.
From there on to Richard Marx. I did 3 world tours with Richard Marx.
Wow.
I went back to Tower Power in the middle of working with Richard. Then I did 3 tours with Joe Cocker. And these tours are like 12, 18 months long tours.
Wow.
Then with Eros
What can you say about-
Ramazzotti, and a very famous Italian singer. This guy, he does a lot of stuff in the Latin community as well too, but he'd sell 10 million albums worldwide. So his tour was all Europe, South America, North America. And again, year-and-a-half long tours. I did 3 tours with him, and then the last 2 I did with Tina, and the last one just about did me in. So
Really?
no more long tours. I'm done.
Good for you.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Now you can go on tour with you.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a weekend warrior with me. I go out for 3-4 days at a time, and I like it like that.
Well, and you've got some stuff coming up. I mean, you're going to be in London.
Okay, so I take that back. I'm going to London for 2 weeks, so I have to go.
That's rough gig.
Rough gig.
Nice.
That's a wonderful one. There's a place there in Soho in London called the Pizza Express Jazz Club, and it's their equivalent of the Blue Note in New York City, and it's a 125, 135 seat jazz club, and it's a blast.
Yeah, good
It's
for you,
really a
man.
blast.
We're so thrilled for your success. This is really going fast. We are, but we're going to get another song out of you.
Okay.
We got time for that. All right.
Okay.
Stick around. Huge groove. One more tune here. I brought this to Gary and Kelly.
What should I do?
Welcome back to Breakfast with Gary and Kelly, everybody. Huge groove is here. Let's look out in the audience. Do you see Lori Gardner anywhere? No, I don't.
Is Lori not here?
I know she's here. She's here via Facebook. She's listening on the
Yeah.
Lori.
I got contact from her.
I understand. I
She reached
understand.
out to me. The
Very
power of
nice.
the internet. I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
200 people in this room and 20,000 people out.
Exactly. We are so
go.
glad that you guys are all have been here for us today. This is good stuff, man. Number one.
You know, and as luck would have it, we just happen to have a few copies here.
Yeah,
No
no
way. So are you going to be selling
Amazing.
some today? Really? Would you sign some too?
I'd be happy to.
Throw in some
look at
pumpkin
that.
muffins with these, and we'll move it. All right, what are we going to hear, man?
We're going to hear the title cut off my last album, which is my 7th album. So it's called 7 Large.
Very nice. Huge groove, everybody.
The party track. If you guys don't have a smile on your face by this point, there's no use in going on. My whole job is to make you happy, right? Remember, I'm the czar of happiness. Here we go.
you so much, pal. Thank you so much. Too fun. Huge group. Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thanks to you.